What is going on, everyone? Thank you for joining the Degen broadcast. So, as you can see here, it was a big week for Liam. Not a big week for P. Tully. I had my week last week. Liam had his week this week. Look at all the green, all the blues. I was fade god again. That's going now 3 weeks in a row. I'm fade god on my mortal locks. I haven't got a mortal lock right in 3 weeks. That's an insane stat to have, which is depressing. But now we're going on 3 weeks, no more to lock picks. So I hope you're taking the Annie pick of me because you'd be very successful. I kind of feel like with me, Cincinnati, I can't figure out, which is depressing. Baltimore, really let Big Ben do that to you. And the Giants are the Giants. They're abysmal. And in all fairness, I picked the Giants strictly because I thought Danny was going to play. And I thought Danny would win. But Danny wasn't playing. Turns out he might even be out for the year. And honestly, me and Liam were talking. I am totally done with the Giants. Blow it up. Blow it up. Everything. Get rid of everything. I'm all in. Blow everything up. But Liam, on the other hand, you had a major week with some major picks. You want to go over your favorite ones?
Yeah, sure. I just really liked my Mortal Locks. I feel like going 3-0 on Mortal Locks is always really good. I think I said I like Detroit money line last week on the pod, and that came through. +7, yeah, those are some good hits. The ones that kind of hurt, like Buffalo, getting that wrong. It just became a completely different game by the time kickoff came, which is fine. I mean, that just happens in the NFL when you pick games 5 days before they go off. And then I really thought Chicago could cover against Arizona, but I think they lost by 11 or something. So that's whatever. But yeah, good week. Hopefully keep it going, and 10-4, we'll take it.
Yeah, you murdered this week. Absolutely destroyed it. Got a couple weird picks, a couple bad picks. For me at least, it sucks that you go Minnesota -7. It's the 1 week it doesn't hit. That's depressing. And we're gonna start off with Minnesota playing the Pittsburgh Steelers game 1 Thursday, and they're favored. Now I'm sitting here looking at myself, and I'm like, how could they be favorite for this team when they just lost to one of the worst teams of all time in the Lions? I have to go Pittsburgh Steelers here at +3.5. I don't like Minnesota's chances here at all. You are a depressed football team, and it's not even like you could be like, oh, let's change the narrative. You have a couple days. They went back to this game, and yes, the Pittsburgh Steelers are maybe on a little bit of a high, beating the Ravens, beating a division rival, so maybe a little bit of a letdown week, kind of room for them. But I'm going Steelers here +3.5.
I'm taking the Vikings with confidence too.
Wow.
It goes into the narrative, didn't cover versus team that covered. And it goes further than that, team that was favored and lost versus team that was an underdog and won. So it's that narrative times 2. And I just think the Vikings get right here. I think if last week didn't happen, this line is probably 6.5. And that's just 1 week in the NFL. I think the Vikings win here by a touchdown. And yeah, Justin Jefferson is ridiculous. It is prime time though, and I'm hanging my hat with Kirk Cousins. But it's all right. I just think the Vikings are a better team, and I think primetime Kirk Cousins might be better than Big Ben at this point.
Ooh, that is the question. Who is better? It's a solid question to be asked, to be honest with you. We'll go into the next game. We'll have a nice little division rival for us, 2 of them. I care less who wins this game. But we're gonna go Cowboys at -4, Washington football team at +4. Washington football team is the home team, but I'm gonna say Dallas takes this one away at -4. Dallas is a good team. I'm gonna go Dallas at -4 here.
Yeah. I'm taking the Cowboys. This is a game I like a lot again. I just think that Washington front 7 is starting to play well again without Chase Young.
Mm-hmm.
But their back end is still trash. And you got Amari Cooper coming back. You still have all those Dallas deep threats. Dak is a good quarterback. Can't play with ourselves. Pollard and Zeke get it done every week, basically. And that Dallas D makes plays happen. And if there's a quarterback who's a little bit of a gambler who isn't that good, it's Taylor Heineke. He's all right? But he's going to give you a couple plays every game where the other team's going to have They have the ability to make a play on a ball. And I think Dallas is the kind of team that makes those plays. And I like them here -4. In division, taking a division team away from home -4, always a little sketch. But over-under's high. I like Dallas.
That's also what I thought as well. I thought maybe because it is a division rivalry, I thought maybe, who knows? But I agree with you. I think Dallas overall, everything I think is better. I think everything's better. And you are right. Cooper is coming back to see from COVID, and they still have CeeDee Lamb and Michael Gallup. All the weapons are healthy. Against a back seven or a back D back is room that's really not that good. So yeah, I like Cowboys here at -4. Okay, we'll go to the next game. Atlanta Falcons versus the Panthers. And wow, this sucks. This is shit bowl. I'll tell you that for a fact. I'm gonna go Falcons at +2.5 because I think the Panthers. I mean, when you fire your offensive coordinator, like I have to imagine like you don't really care anymore, and you're trying to figure something else out, and it's a shit show. But Carolina Panthers are bad, like real bad. So we beat them by a lot. So I'm gonna go Falcons here at +2.5. Don't feel great about it, but I'm gonna go Falcons at +2.5.
I'm gonna take the Panthers. Don't feel great about it as well. Again, both of these teams are pretty bad. The only thing that makes me nervous is like basically what we've seen from the Falcons this year is they get their shit pumped by good teams, but like bad teams they like play pretty well against. Like they have good games against them, and they usually win. However, I just think everybody's so down in the Panthers right now, and they just need a win. And they're looking at this on the schedule. Like, I mean, they just got rid of Joe Brady. I think they're like really feeling the heat because this was supposed to be a good year for them. So I think they really need a win here. They throw the playbook at it, and that Panthers defense should be able to just eat Matt Ryan up, which is never good. And still, like the Falcons have no weapons on offense other than Pitts. So I'll take the Panthers here, and I don't feel great about it at all.
Wow, what a crazy stat!
Sure.
The Panthers are second in the AFC South.
Yeah, they started hot.
Yeah, I'm very surprised. They're 5-7, so they started off 3-0.
Well, so are the Falcons, right? And so are the Saints.
Yes, everyone's 5-7 except obviously the Buccaneers who are 9-3. So it was just a funny little stat I saw there. Yeah, I just think they're pretty. I don't know. I like this is a weird game. I 100% think I agree with you. And you're right. I don't know. I'm kind of off this team. The only thing I will say towards you though is the Panthers are coming off a bye, so they've had 2 weeks to prepare for this. So I don't know what they did with that 2 weeks. I mean, they fired their offensive coordinator in those 2 weeks, but I'm gonna go with. I like Falcons at +2.5. I'm sticking with it.
All right.
We're gonna go to the next game. Another like really kind of like shitty game. I'm gonna say Seahawks here though at -7.5, strictly just because Davis Mills is starting, and that's not great. So I'm gonna go Seattle here at -7.5.
Yeah, I'm with you. Like I think this might be like the point in the year where the Texans just start getting like annihilated every single game by like 40. And I think that Seattle can do that to them. Do we see like a little bounce back week for DK maybe? I don't know. Yeah, I just cannot say Houston Texans and take it unless the spread gets to like 16. It's going to take a lot for me. I'm taking the Seahawks, and I feel like decent about it. I feel pretty good.
Now, do you want to do this song and dance again that we have done in the past? Just a little Giants note information. Russell Wilson has reportedly said he would waive his no trade clause for the Giants. And we have two top 5 picks just hanging out in this draft, and they have none.
Can we just give them like our roster?
What about giving Danny and the 2 top 5 picks?
I'll give them like Danny, Leonard, Kenny Golladay, Saquon Barkley, Will Hernandez. Just for fun.
I'm all in on all of this, but this is never going to happen. Just make the Seahawks the Giants. That'd be really fun.
Yeah. And we know, but we only need Russ. They can combine our roster and their roster, and we just get Russ. And we keep like McKinney and Ojulari.
I mean, that's sick though, just to think about it. Like, cause I kind of feel like that might happen. Cause I remember the last time that Russell Wilson was rumored to come over to us. It was because Colin Cowherd.
Colin got in our heads.
Because Colin was a clown and said, Oh, his wife's like a pop star singer, which I don't even know if she is. I don't know any of her songs, but she's like she's a singer, and apparently she's famous. And it would be cool if she's in New York City. And that's where like the rumor started, and everyone was like, "Oh my god, Russell to the Giants." But now apparently it's like legit. Like he said, like, "Nah, if I got trade there, I'm cool with it." And Seahawks don't have any first round picks, and this is the perfect way for them to get two. So
who knows?
I'm all in on that. That'd be a lot of fun. That'd be a lot of fun. But all right. Not get away from Giants news. We'll go into the Baltimore Ravens versus the Cleveland Browns. And this is a really tough game for me, but I'm gonna say Ravens at plus 2.5. They won the last time they played, correct?
No, they just played the Steelers.
Well, the last time they played, they won, right? Because they just played 2 weeks ago.
They played 2 weeks ago, yeah.
Yeah. Let me see this real quick.
No, it's Ravens 16, Browns 10.
That's what I was saying. I wanted to see if the Ravens had won. I think they need it. I think they really need this game in order to get like a little bit of a more of a lead on the AFC North. I'm gonna go Ravens here at plus 2.5.
Okay.
Don't love it. Do not love it.
I'm on the Browns here. Also don't really love it. I just think like the Browns will be able to run the ball on them. Baltimore defense super banged up. Lamar's looked bad. Like so has Baker though. Like I don't know. I just think the Browns roster has a little more talent on it. And I think the Browns need this win more than the Ravens do. They're coming off the bye too. You just played this team, right? You just saw that.
Yes.
You have a bye. So you have 2 weeks to think about the same team that you just played.
That is absurd to think about. And
so I kind of know. I actually love the Browns here. I've changed my tune. I'm all in on the Browns here. I'll bet this game.
That's fair. And that's fair too, especially because the Ravens had such a tough game against the Steelers. So it's a fair point.
But on Monday night or on Sunday night, it's like a little bit of a short week.
Yeah, I think they need it. I think they really need it. All right, we'll go on to the next game. We'll go into the Tennessee Jaguars versus the Titans. And I'm going to be a square because being a square is fun. Usually the Titans, but usually it's not really the Titans doing silly things to Jaguars. It's Derrick Henry doing silly things to Jaguars. But I'm going to say Derrick Henry's energy is there tonight on this day. I'm going to go Tennessee Titans at -9.
Such a fat number, right?
It is big.
Yeah, I think I'm also going to take the Titans too. The Jags are so bad.
They are really bad.
That's really just it. Like the Jags and the Texans just feel like expansion teams to me. So I'm just going to bet against them. The number's just not quite big enough. So I'm going to just take Tennessee and hold my nose. I don't love it here, but it is what it is, you know?
I don't love this next game coming up either. It's another really big spread against a division opponent. I'm going to say Chiefs at -10, although I feel gross about that, but it's home game. I'm going to go Kansas City Chiefs at -10. I think they've cleaned up their act a little bit. Yeah, that I think is the route. And I also think the Raiders are depressed and just as bad as the Broncos are. And they would have covered at -10 for 22-9. So I'm gonna go Chiefs -10. It's a tough one.
I gotta see where I wrote this down somewhere. Yeah. Give me the Raiders, right? You know what? I'll coin flip this game because I do think the Chiefs are getting their act together, but the Raiders always play well against the Chiefs in Arrowhead. I feel like
it's fair.
So I'm gonna coin flip this one. Coin flip game of the week. Taking the Raiders. +10. Yeah, they played the Chiefs well at Arrowhead, right? I guess that's what I'm hanging my hat on. Does concern me. 70% of the bets are on the Raiders, but.
Oh, I like this because if we'll go back in the last week real quick, when I was just following the whole where everyone else was betting, I did dog shit. So let's see. Let's see. I like that a lot. Thank you. Thank you. Now we're going to this. This is a dog shit slate. Like, this is horrendous.
Yeah,
These are
it's
some
not
bad games. I'm gonna go Saints here at -5 strictly because Kamara. That's it. And the Jets are pretty bad. So Saints at -5.
Yeah, Jets can't stop the run. Alvin Kamara and Mark Ingram going to be playing.
No,
Taysom
Mark
Hill
Ingram's on the
also.
COVID. Mark Ingram got COVID.
I think he's coming back.
Oh, is he?
Maybe not. Whatever. Doesn't really matter. Taysom Hill also runs the ball. Jets cannot stop the run. Jets are awful. I think Sean Payton, again, wants a win here. So I think he goes down there and just beats up on the Jets. And it's in New York City, or at MetLife. But that doesn't change anything for me. Saints come in, take care of business, and beat the Jets by 10-14. And everybody goes home. Zach Wilson throws a couple interceptions. It's cute. But
Yeah,
I'm not going to watch that game at all.
No. Like a lot of these games, I don't plan on watching either because they are pretty bad. I haven't seen a game that I'm like really totally excited for, to be totally honest with you.
You're not we haven't seen Giants Chargers yet.
I'm still not excited for that. But let's just we'll go into the first witching hour game. Detroit did it. They covered, they won. Good for them. And they're going to get the team that's also like, I don't believe good at offense. So I'm going to go Detroit +7.5. Detroit +7.5. I like it.
I'm taking the Broncos. It's a team that didn't cover versus a team that covered. That's it.
It's another shit game. It's another, and it's not even like, oh, it's a shit game with like two teams that are like kind of rivals. So it's kind of cool. These are like a bunch of like the New Orleans Saints and the Jets don't give a flying fuck about each other. The Lions and the Broncos don't give a flying fuck about each other.
The Cowboys Redskins game or Cowboys Washington football team game. Sorry, will be pretty good.
I guess that's the game I'll watch, right? That's the game that'll have on. Okay, we'll go on to the next game. It is sadly the Giants. Chargers. This spread honestly couldn't be big enough for me. I'm going Chargers -10.5. Almost the Giants. Chargers -10.5. This is going to be an absolute clowning. Jake Fromm is our starting quarterback. Like, I think it's going to be cool. I'm excited to be like, oh, let's like, I'm going to like try to convince myself the next couple of days. Like, oh, this will be neat. Let me watch this. Like, oh, I want to see how this kid does. But it's going to be bad. It's going to be really bad.
Can he be? He's like only been in the offense for like 2.5 weeks now, right?
If that. Really, if that.
Yeah. It's going to be a bloodbath.
Yeah.
I don't know who's betting on the Giants in this game, which is kind of why I want to take them, but I'm taking the Chargers. The only reason I would bet the Giants is because like it would be the most Chargers thing in the world. So like
if we somehow win this game, I would be absurd. I would genuinely be absurd. This is going to be a mortal lock of mine. So I'm going to put it.
Or to like imagine, like even if the Giants, like the Chargers, win by like a field goal or something, like it'd just be the most Chargers thing ever to have a close game.
And Giants thing ever too. Cover but not win. That would also be
the Giants just make other teams play really shitty football with them.
Yes. So
yeah, I'm on the Chargers as well.
Yeah, and again, mortal lock for me. And honestly, at this point, I don't even care if they win or not. I'm done. It's depressing to watch them. I have Rangers. Let's go Rangers, LGR. And that's what I look forward to. I don't look forward to watching this team. I do it every week. I do it to myself. I don't look forward to it. I don't. I really don't. Okay, we're going to go on
next year.
Yeah. Well, we're probably going to be bad again. But we'll go Niners, Bengals. Two teams, again, I just can't pick. I can't pick them. I don't know.
You want me to hop in?
No. I'll go Niners -1.5.
All right, I'm with you on that. Yeah, I mean, the 49ers have to come out and win this game. I don't think the Bengals are playing great right now, but the main thing I'm worried about is we saw what Joe Burrow's finger looked like at the end of that Chargers-Bengals game. It didn't look good, and I'm not sure if he's going to be completely good for Sunday. Like, I'm sure he'll play because he played, like, with it last Sunday, but he was not throwing the ball well in the second half. I mean, as tough as nails out there, like, big respect. But yeah, I don't have a lot of confidence in that. And I think like it doesn't matter who the 49ers have at running back if Elijah Mitchell doesn't play. They're just going to be able to run the ball. So I think that's what happened. Like Seattle pulled out all the stops to play against them last week. We had like the fake punt for a touchdown and going for it on whatever. But yeah, 49ers -1.5. I like it.
Did Niners win or did they just not cover?
They lost.
Oh, they lost. Damn. Okay. Yeah, they need a win. Yeah, it's another game. I can't find to pick the Bengals, but I do like the fact that Joe Burrow's thumb looked like a finger looked like a fucking grapefruit. So I think that's gonna be helpful. I agree. I'm gonna go. Yep, I'm sticking with my pick. Niners -1.5. This pick I feel real good on. Tampa Bay -3.5. I got a couple of things working in my favor. One thing I have working in my favor: the Bills are frauds. I want to quote you on that. You were on that early. Bills are frauds. Bills are frauds. That's one. Number two, they're playing at Tampa Bay, where it's very beautiful. Probably, I'm going to get the weather right now, but it's probably very nice. We're in the 80s, I bet. And Bills right now are freezing their dicks off like I am. So I like the fact that they're going to be sweating a lot more and it's going to be a lot harder for them to play. I'm going to go Tampa Bay -3.5 here.
Taking the Bills +3.5. I think this is a close game, so I'll get more than a field goal with the Bills. I'll take them. Also, it's a team that covered against a team that didn't cover. So I'm sticking with that narrative a little bit. But I just think it's a bounce back spot for the Bills. They're going to come air it out. Like, again, the Bills are another team that's just going to throw the playbook at it. They have to win this game if they want any shot at the AFC East. They have to win this game and then go beat the Patriots. Yeah, I think this is a huge spot for the Bills. Like, what are the Bucs really playing for? Number 1 seed, I guess.
Yeah.
But whatever. I really like the Bills here, honestly. They didn't quite make the mortal lock, top 3, but they were number 4. They were tossed around a little bit in my brain.
I think this might be one of my mortal locks. So I feel confident about this, but we disagree.
And you're really good at those.
And I'm not. So yeah, maybe you should mortal lock it. Okay, we're gonna go on to Green Bay -12. Just want to let everyone know he owns them. He literally said, I own you. So, and he does. They are his little bitch. I think maybe they've beaten him like 5 times, I think. Maybe. I think he's 21-5. So, yeah, I'm going to go Green Bay here at -12. And I like this pick a lot, actually.
I love Bears +12 here. Don't actually love it because I'm betting on the Bears, but 82% of the bets are on Green Bay.
No.
Such a high number. Yeah. Give me the Bears. And that's literally the only reason why. Just fading all the squares. It's a little hard to fade the squares this early in the week because the people who bet early are a little smarter.
Oh.
Typically. But yeah, I mean, that's a massive number for a primetime game. And I could see like Packers getting up 24-0 like halfway through the second quarter and then just running the ball and punting every time, like running the ball 3 times and punting, and then the Bears scoring 14 points and the Packers not caring and it finishing 27-17.
I guess you're probably right.
That's what I got. That's all I got for it.
Let me get the Cardinals Rams score. When was the last time they played? Have they played yet?
Yeah.
What was it like?
The Cards won.
Cardinals won, correct? Yeah, Cardinals beat them up actually. Okay, I'm gonna say Cardinals here at -2.5. And the reason why I'm saying this is because that's gonna give them probably the lock to win their conference, and they would love that. And obviously, you can get maybe even they can start to boost into getting the number 1 seed. So I'm gonna go Cardinals here at -2.5. I think overall they're a better team, and I'm getting 2.5 points so that I can win by a field goal. And I kind of think that's kind of what the game probably comes down to. I think it'd be a closer game because usually the Rams, they usually play like shit against like tough teams. And to me, I just don't really think the Cardinals are like a tough team per se. So I think it might be a closer game than we might think, but I'm going to go Cardinals here at -2.5.
Rams have a point to prove, and I like that. They basically had a bye week last week playing the Jags. But here's the kicker. 70% of the bets are on the Cardinals, so I will be taking the Rams for sure. And I like it. Again, this is probably my fifth favorite bet for the Mortal Locks. Didn't quite make the top three. But Rams plus 2.5, baby. That's where we're at. Matt Stafford's going to get it right. Kyler looked healthy last week against the Bears, but everybody looks healthy against the Bears. Let's see what it's like when he starts getting hit by Aaron Donald and all those boys, Von Miller. But he has been able to do well against the Rams because Kyler's fast and he's been able to escape. Think Sean McVay is gonna have a little something up his sleeve this time, and they're gonna be able to get to Kyler, and I don't like that for the Cardinals.
Here's my point with that. Those fucking guys haven't done dick. Donald, Von Miller, and Leonard Floyd have not been able to like destroy a team yet.
Well, Von Miller hasn't really played with them yet. They played the one game, went on bye, and then just played the Jags. Leonard Floyd's done all right, and Aaron Donald gets triple team on every play.
I don't know. I like Cardinals here at minus 2.5. I did.
So you're taking the Cardinals because Aaron Donald isn't good?
Yes, that's my take. Okay, that's a Pete Tully take.
Nice.
No,
hot one.
I'm taking Cardinals because again they can seal the division up with this win because San Francisco's not going to come close. They're fighting for a wild card spot. Rams the only, and then Seattle's done, and then Rams are the only other team that are kind of close to that, like fighting for the number one spot. So I'm gonna go. I like Cardinals here because they have something to fight for. Yeah, it's not like they don't have anything to fight for. I like Cardinals here.
Or the Cardinals could say, "Oh, wow, like darn, we lost that game." They play the Lions the next week.
Yeah.
They play the Lions the next week.
Yeah. But maybe they're like, oh, let's focus on this game, and then we'll be money for Lions. We're just going to beat the shit out of them.
Well, Pat, I guess we're going to find out.
That's what's beautiful about this game. Now, I do have my mortal locks. I don't know if you have yours. You've been saying you like a lot of games. I'm interested to see what your top three are that you like so much. But I'll give you my three right now. I locked up
Just
Tennessee.
Give me your first one.
I locked up Tennessee -9. They do weird things to Jaguars, and they're bad. So
that's funky.
Funky.
I locked up the Cowboys -4
Ooh.
Against Washington football team.
Probably a good lock.
It's a solid pick, I think. I like it. I think they're gonna take care of business.
Yeah, I actually like that too. All right, and then my number 2 lock, I already said I would do it. It's a 4:00 game, but it's not a 4:00 game because it's exciting. It's a 4:00 game strictly because of time zones, and they want to make it so that the Chargers can play at 1:00. Yet Chargers -10.5. They beat the fucking shit out of Jake Fromm and the Giants.
All right. I'm taking the Cleveland Browns -2.5 against the Ravens.
Oh.
I love that game. And I got a little insight from a friend of mine on that game.
Really?
He's a fan of it, and he convinced me. So, yeah, I'm all over the Browns in that game. I like it a lot. I think they take care of business against the Ravens. The Ravens are floundering. They're not playing well. They have a good record, and everyone remembers them being good, and everyone remembers the Ravens always have a good defense, but they don't. The Browns are going to go in there and take care of business off of bye.
What is this insight? Is that the insight?
I just got convinced. It's not something that the public doesn't know. It's not
but we can have
Lamar's
news.
Not playing or something.
Does Lamar have diarrhea? That's the question. And we need breaking news. That could be good.
That Browns-Ravens game last year when Lamar had diarrhea was so good.
Yes.
That game was so good.
All right, what's your game, man? But all right, and my last mortal lock, and you did not like the pick for me, but I'm going Tampa Bay -3.5, and maybe you want to mortal lock your boys, but I'm going Tampa Bay -3.5. Weather and the Bills are frauds.
The weather is a hilarious statement.
It happens to the Patriots every year when they play Miami.
Yeah, but that's just cap. That's not actually a real thing.
It's not cap at all, but okay. When the Patriots play Miami, because they do, I am betting. I am taking Miami to cover at least.
Okay.
You're lost for words, and I understand.
I'm just trying to look at another example of you capping on yourself.
That's typical for me, to be honest. You can just look at the last 3-week mortal locks.
Okay. My third one is 49ers -1.5 against the Bengals. When the spread is that small, I'm just thinking about who I think is going to win the game, and I'm pretty confident that 49ers are going to win that game.
But again, that could just be a game where it's like, oh shit, here's the Bengals. They're really good again. And it's like, oh, whoa.
But all of these games could be. That's why we're picking against the spread.
That's fair. That is fair.
Hard to do. But if you want to stay hot with me, tell some of my picks. If you want to stay cold, he's your guy.
I am your guy. I have been the guy that has been cold. Let's hope I'm done being cold. I'm a new man. But again, I'm not gonna lie, I hate this week. This week's a bad week of football. Maybe it's because college football is not around anymore, because this is a bad week of football and it's boring. Not a lot of great games. The only game I kind of see that I'm really interested to watch is probably Tampa Bills and probably Arizona Rams. That's really it. You got any games you want?
Those two. And what was that one we were talking about before?
Dallas.
Oh, Cowboys Washington football team. I want to watch that, honestly.
Yeah.
To see if the Washington football team has any chance of winning our division. I don't know. It's our division. It's interesting to me. And then I also want to see that Cleveland Ravens game. That's gonna probably be a pretty bad game, but it's gonna go quickly because they're just gonna run the ball, and it'll be interesting. Yeah.
All right. Fair enough.
I don't want to see the Giants game.
I don't, but we will. I will watch it. I will watch it.
Yeah.
It's sadly, maybe I'll try to excuse myself because I have a finals. We have a finals next week, so maybe I'll excuse myself. Watching Spider-Man 2 next week as well. I'm pretty pumped about that. I bought tickets.
That's ridiculous.
I pre-ordered tickets to the cinema. I'm going at 10:45.
At night or in the morning?
On the morning.
Why?
Because I looked at this thing and there's literally there's this one douchebag and he bought 2 tickets in the dead in the middle. So it's I have to go to the side a little bit because I can't sit next to him. That's weird.
So it's gonna be packed, probably.
No, 10:45 in the morning. No one. There's only him. It's only him. It's him and this other. Him and some other one. It's 2 people for that. I did 2 tickets for me, so I'm pretty pumped. All right, guys, but I appreciate you guys coming. Yeah, a weird week of football, but we have it no matter what. And yeah, guys, appreciate it for having. Peace out.